Here we go. Today we're going to have a little walk with Daisy. Now Daisy's a spaniel. Interesting thing about spaniels is they're very excitable. But look, when she was younger, she would never be doing this. She would be trying to drag me down around the streets. But now she's been trained. She's less of a problem, so we can actually have a walk. Dogs are interesting things, I find anyway, because they got problems, psychological problems. Some of them, like Daisy's, to do with being excitable. And look at her going now. Look, she's having a lovely time now, just walking along, you know. But, they can be a problem. When we go on walks, we often find other dogs all the time, know where their owners. Some of them are spaniels like hers, like she is, and they're busy being dragged down the road by some spaniel that's not the small spaniel type, but the bigger ones. And it's a laugh to watch them actually. The people never seem to fix them up. They're quite somehow content to just have this dog, drag them around the streets every day. The dog's not having any fun. They're not having any fun. People are laughing. It's a great source of entertainment, particularly in town. When we go to Truro, we always see a few people being dragged around. They're the excitable ones that want to just be dragging. They're having stress, you know, they're having some sort of stress. Then you get the aggressive ones. Hey, there's a house back there. When we were walking Daisy ages ago, in the distance there's a dog, another spaniel, a big one, and it spots her, and it starts running. I'm thinking, oh, this is nice. This is the friendly spaniel coming to say hello to Daisy. Except it wasn't friendly. It ran round the back of us, and before we could figure out what's going on, it bites her on the leg and starts barking. It's gonna, obviously it's savage. The owner comes up, all apologies, drags the dog off. That one is antisocial. So she says, the owner, oh, I'm sorry, it's a rescue dog, you know. We have a bit of a problem with him. Is that a good excuse, you know? Some dog's been subject to stress in some previous owner's place, and that's supposed to be the excuse to, oh well, we can't do anything about it. Sorry, your dog has been chewed up. Never mind. So they don't have anything planned for their dog. They're just going to carry on. But there are people who are like experts. One of them is called Caesar. I like watching his shows on YouTube, and he'll get a dog like that, and in a few hours he'll like train him. He'll stop becoming an aggressive dog, and it'll become a sort of a friendly, relaxed type of a dog, you know. There's Doey's heard the dog now. She's heard that dog. Is that the lady with the funny legs? Can't see if it is now. Anyway, there's a lady up there. She's got this sort of sheepdog looking thing, and that one drags her around the streets every now and then. It tries to go sideways all the time. And I said to her, is that dog friendly? She says, no, he's not friendly. No, he can't come near. He can't come near your dog. He's not good, this dog. Another one that's a dangerous type of a dog to take out, really, or certainly can't be let free. It's going to go and bite people and dogs. So why don't they fix them up? Well, they don't know how to do it. Maybe they couldn't care less. Maybe they think it's normal to have a dog out of control. But this Caesar guy, he fixes them. Now what he does sometimes is he just fixes them with the owner there. It doesn't take long, maybe an hour or so, maybe less. Sometimes he keeps coming back day after day, got some program that he's working to domesticate, make the dog nice. And sometimes he has to actually take them away. Now when he takes them away, he takes them to his place, some big plot farm somewhere or another in the middle of nowhere, and he's got a pack of dogs. Maybe he's got 10 or 12, and those dogs socialise the crazy dog, and along with the other tricks and things he's got to make them normal, after a little while, maybe a week, the dog comes back like a new dog. You know what that reminds me of? Psychological problems with people. You know, sometimes they can be helped in a few minutes or a few hours. Sometimes they have to go away. Sometimes a socialisation program needs to be put in place so that this dog becomes like a new dog. And I think human psychology is a bit like that as well. And the treatments. There's another one coming now. Hey, this is a bad dog. There's one they're all out today. I don't usually see them. That's the big Alsatian, a furry one. I spotted Daisy, and if that dog goes, she took him the other way. But if that dog goes for us, we won't be able to do much, and she won't either, because that dog's too big for her to handle. It's quite interesting today. The nutty dogs are out and about. I'll carry on this thing a little bit later after I've checked the sound. We'll carry on with our video. There it goes. So, very noisy traffic. Get off that little road. It'd be nicer. So what we find is, some people even give tranquilizers to dogs like Daisy. Diazepams, actually. You get diazepam with dogs. Can you believe it? Then they go calm. I mean, diazepam and things like that really used a lot in psychology. Doctors love prescribing the things to solve problems they think people have got. Chemical imbalances in their heads, and we need to give them tablets and medications to fix them up, make them normal. I don't think it works all that well, so I favour the talking stuff, basically. The intense involvement over time with dogs, and I think also with people. They got little problems which there's plenty of labels for. But one of the, it's more than a nutty dog, but one of the things I noticed is looking around and seeing what people do to solve people's problems is there's good practice, like the Caesar guy. I mean, he's the best, really. Here comes Daisy. Finds it very hard to resist. No, Daisy, that's a cat. You big good girl. Sit, Daisy. Sit. Good girl. We'll try and. There. Sit, Daisy. So we're trying to do there is, sit Daisy, sit. What we try and do with Daisy is, a cat like that's not frightened of Daisy. That one will come right up to her. It could be friendly, maybe not friendly, I don't know. We've seen it a few times. So I make Daisy sit and watch it so she goes calm. Because her first reaction is to run at that thing and chase it all over the place. You never fight, get Daisy. See, Daisy's got 2 leads, one's around my waist. That's because she's not completely trained. She sometimes will go, and then it gives your shoulder such a jolt. It's pretty horrible. And what are you doing now? Come here. So I like to use the 2 lead system, and I don't get shoulder jolted, but it very rarely happens now. So that was quite interesting. That might have done it. That cat, you know. But it looked quite a nice cat. It wasn't frightened. Daisy was going to come right up to her face. That would have been a good test for Daisy. Anyway, back to benchmarking. So there's good techniques. So there's good people that got the right approach. Say in psychology, for example, you know, the best place in the world seems to be Finland. You'd never believe it. I watched a great video. Their approach is completely opposite to what we do here. So here what we do is take him to the doctors, send him to a specialist once a week, visits, see if we can find some nice prescription. It carries on forever, and they carry on eating the tablets forever as well. But in Finland, somehow they've managed to reverse that trend. And what they do is they pile onto this problem as soon as they hear about it with their support team. And then they start involving the families and anybody else around that individual. And they come in intensively, and what they're doing is they're actually socialising that individual intensively. And it's got a very high success rate. And the amount of drugs they prescribe there has gone way, way down. So what you would think is, this is great. Won't be long now, the world's going to adopt that best practice and everything will start going good. Not a chance. Too many vested interests and established practices. It's never going to happen. But anybody interested might look and see what they do in Finland. Not all over Finland, but they're well known for their new approaches. Here we are, back home again now. I'll stop it.